Hey fam, good evening to everybody. Good evening. Real quick, right? I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that I believe we need to start paying more attention to, right? And that's something called inflation, the cost of living, the cost of pretty much everything, right? And a lot of the clients I've been meeting with lately, they are a little bit older, but they're no more than like 50, 55 years old, right? And we talk about getting some life insurance. A lot of them are looking for like $25,000, $35,000 in life insurance, right? And which is fine, But what I always try to educate my client is this: that's fine if something happens to you the next 5 to 10 years, okay? That 25,000 can pretty much take care of burials and things like that. Right now, it probably costs anywhere between $8,000 to $13,000, for a pretty decent funeral. But if you're 50 years old and you live to 87 or 90, and that's the only insurance that you have, your family are going to need to run around and try to figure out where they can get the rest from. So it is projected that in the next 20 years or so, the actual cost, check this out, the actual cost for a funeral is going to be between $30,000 to $38,000. So think about that for a second. Today, right now, it might cost about $8,000 to about $13,000. Okay, that's what it might cost today. So 20 years from now, we're talking about almost quadruple. Okay, that's what's called inflation. Okay, so typically when I sit down with my client, I like for them to get at least 100K or more. But if their budget doesn't fit, I like them to get no less than $50,000, because again, you got to factor in inflation. Like God forbid, God give you, a long life. You understand? You're gonna have at least enough coverage to make sure that your family don't have to run around and see where they're gonna get the rest of the money from and things like that. So that's what I want to share with you guys today. And let me close out with this, right? And this is for the younger folks here. Because there's a lot of people who I'm meeting who have children and responsibilities but don't have any life insurance, right? So when you have children, I believe that you should have life insurance, because your income is what's allowing them to survive, okay? What you bring home every single week, every single month is what's paying the bills, clothing them, feeding them, and things like that. And God forbid something happens to you, you don't want to leave the responsibility to somebody else that might not have the kind of income that you have, or might not be able to financially take care of your children, and now they're struggling. I've heard stories where a mom passed away, now the sister got to take in 3 children, and the sister already have 3 children of her own. That's 6 children that she has to take care of with no income. You understand? So typically, you want to at least have 10 times your income, at least, okay? And when we say 10 times, we mean if you're making $50,000 a year, okay, right? That's your income that you bring home to your family. So in reference to having proper life insurance, fam, and again, this is for the younger folks who still have children, mortgages and things like that, right? You want to multiply that times 10, okay? And that would be $500,000 is how much this individual will carry. But then again, we know budgeting and money and things like that, it's also a factor. But ultimately, again, I've been around for a while, right? 16 years, going on 2 decades, right? And I've heard of horror stories, an individual passing away and the family member have to take the kids on, and you're taking them on. Obviously, you're gonna love them because they're family, but finances is gonna come into play, and you don't want your children to suffer or struggle. So, and to be honest with you, there's a couple of ways we can go about this. Whether you do a term policy for now, that'll be the most inexpensive way, or you can do what's called like a whole life, if you're able to financially swing, that particular plan. So I just want to share that with you guys, because I truly don't believe that a lot of people understand how much life insurance they need, okay, and they don't really understand the importance, of life insurance, because it's not about somebody getting rich, but it's about whoever you're leaving behind being well taken care of. Okay, so I hope that makes a lot of sense to you guys. If you have any question, please feel free to text me at 443 443-208-5480. That's 443-208-5480. Or you can go to my site, which is TitanEvolutionGroup.com. That's TitanEvolutionGroup.com. Thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you soon.